Hey, welcome to the Educated Affiliate. My name is Damo, and I am here to talk about my update for Cliqly again. Now, I don't know if you noticed the thumbnail, if you got this this video via YouTube, saw the thumbnail or got it in one of the Facebook groups. But it's a pretty kind of a funky sort of thumbnail, and we're going to get to that in a moment. It's not one I like to get into. I like to try to keep things in perspective and upbeat, but this one was a little frustrating. The thumbnail said, are you trying to get kicked out? And we're going to address that in a minute. But first, let's do the updates, the figures. So this week, not a good week. Things going down again. As you can see here, total of 608.60 a month. Still every week now, it's been going down and down and down. And this is interesting. So it dropped here 68.10, exact same 2 days in a row, right? But over here I had 14,000 opens, and then I had 17,000 opens. But 681 clicks, right? 668.10. So how does that happen? How does that happen where there is literally almost 4,000 more, 2,000 more opens and not one more click? How does that happen? How does that phenomenon happen? I don't understand. I don't know. Don't want to speculate. I can't imagine how that happens, but it happens. And I posted, this is sort of the beginning of the end. As you can see, I hit that 3 days in a row, but it is since starting to come back a little bit. But still very frustrating in terms of this business and where it's gone and where it's going. Let's see here. So this basically is, this is every tier, and this is exactly why this is the reason why I bring this up. This is the reason why I didn't want to join the Mastermind, because you give them $7,000 up, well, $6,000 up front, then you got to pay for extra credits from me at tier 15. And you don't, this kind of stuff happens. Then you're up shit creek because you already basically spent the money and you're not getting it back. Now, I know there's guarantees, but that is a huge hassle. Everyone I've ever spoke to knows that's a huge hassle because there's literally no support that deals with that. Anyways, so this is what's happening. On tier 15, I'm averaging about 87. I know people that are doing the double up, that are doing the Mastermind, that are doing less than me, and they're sending more than me. And so if you're on tier 4, 5, you're on tier 5, even if you're on tier 10, $29, how are you going to make that 6,000 back? It just doesn't make any sense. And here I am, almost 3 years in, 1,000+ days emailing, never missed a day, spent tens of thousands of dollars, and this was what they told us we'd be doing, and it's not happening, And so that's an issue. That's one issue, and that's a business issue, and that's fine. The other issue I want to get to at this point right now, a colleague of mine, one of the original groupers, the OGers, who has been doing this in a I've referenced her before. We are good colleagues. We talk all the time. A lot of the OGers talk all the time. There's a bunch of us that sort of have our opinions, and we stay together on what's going on here. Got an email from Bobby, and it said, what are you trying to do? Get kicked out. To me, that's a threat. I don't understand this. I mean, Bobby calls us partners, right? But he is upset with the fact that she's developed this Facebook group and that she is posting data that is not good for the company. We can't help that. Bobby said he's in control of the revenue and getting us paid as long as we mail every day, we buy credits, which we've been doing for 3 years, and the data's not good. And now when we sort of post our perspective, we're frustrated, we criticize Cliqly and Bobby for that, we get threatened. So I got one question. Why would you do that? Why would you threaten us partners that have given 3 years of their life, tens of thousands of dollars, total focus on this program to build it, and they're seeing things that are going wrong, tremendously wrong, and we're going to criticize the company, and yes, you, Bobby, and we're going to get kicked out because we do that? I mean, there's a lot of things to criticize you for. The revenue drop is one thing. I don't understand that. The second thing is, once the revenues drop so much, why are you focusing so much on these gimmicky things like the double up, like the Mastermind? People are losing money doing this. It's not a secret. And why would you not just focus on, let's get C-Pro back. Let's get things moving again. Get it back to where it was. Focus on this. The payment problem. It's been over a year now, and people still are not paid. I'm sorry, but you can be criticized for that. So we do this. We come on here, and the minute we come out and say we're frustrated, instead of taking us on and saying, yeah, we got to get together, man. We got to fight for this thing. We gotta make this thing work together. Maybe bring us in, hear us out. There's an army of us OGers, man, that talk all the time. And we share our data, and we're not out to get Cliqly. Are you kidding? We want this to flourish. I mean, at this point, I'm supposed to be making, this kind of money now. And I was for a while there. It was phenomenal, and then it all just died out. So we want to focus and we want to get this thing working again. But you shut us out and you shut us down. And it's a tremendous frustration. But you can kick us out. If you want to kick us out, that's going to be your last move. Because we're gonna continue to sort of commiserate amongst each other and figure out, how is the best way to make sure that other people don't get hurt by this process. And I'm really having a hard time trying to figure out why you would treat us like this. Why, when we've done nothing but given our 3 years of our lives, tens of thousands of dollars of our money, and our support and focus. I mean, look at my videos. You can see I have supported this company from the get-go. I have tons more videos that talk about the virtues of this program than I do the ones that I'm doing now. And the only reason I do now is because I show cold hard facts. I show that the percentages of what is going on is dying. This is going 5%, 6%. Thank God it's starting to pick up a little again here. But look at this, 6%, 6%, 6%. This is ratio of clicks to open. I mean, it's just dying out. The monies that were made back here in April, $220. How did that die? This is after the email program to now $68 a day. How did it go from $223 to $68 a day? And everything's just rosy on Monday morning. I just don't understand that. I think I have a right to criticize. I have a right to say, this is screwing up, man. We need to fix it or figure it out. It's not just IPs. It's not just the Gmail blow up. This is a real problem with the system, and it needs to either be changed or it's going to die. And all of us, we have an army of us, like I said, that talk about this stuff. And we all try to figure out, how can we help? How can we get it back together? How can we do this? But you won't let us in. You definitely, Cliqly, and you, Bobby, you just won't let us in. And that's fine. So, like I said, I'm going to stay with this thing till it's profitable, and then I'll give it up. No big deal. Hopefully it turns around, or you can kick me out. You can kick me out for telling the truth. You can kick me out for being a businessman who's been loyal for 3 years, who's paid tens of thousands of dollars, who's focused on building the business exactly the way you taught me to build it. And it's dying out. You can do all that. That's fine. I will move on. But I will not stand aside and be bullied, because that's what you're doing. You're bullying us. Do you want to get kicked out? No, I don't want to get kicked out. I want to turn this thing around. But you're bullying us. And you think you have that bully pulpit. But the truth is, people know what's going on. You see it everywhere. Anybody that doesn't know what's wrong with this program is brand new. And they don't have a clue. And that's basically teetering on a Ponzi scheme. So, look, this is all my opinion. This is out there. that is, I'm providing data that I think is true and correct. I've lived this business for 3 years, so I'm not some newbie coming in not knowing what I'm talking about, and that's where we're at. So, just kick us out. Kick me out. I don't care. Don't threaten me, though. Don't do that. Just if you don't like, the fact that we are critical of the company that you're driving into the ground because of the way you're running things, then just kick us out. I don't care. I won't like it. I want to build this thing. I want to turn it around, man. I want to be a big supporter, a big help. But you got to let go of, the ego. You got to let go of whatever's going on, and let us all pull together and make this thing work. Get back to basics. This needs to get back to basics. This is an NFL team that is a piece of crap that needs to get back to basics. And I know you got all the awards, and you're the great email guy, and that's great. And I respect that. That's why I joined. But this is going bad, and we need to get together and work as a team and pull it back together. So I hope we do that. But stop with the threats. Either kick us out or whatever. But don't. It doesn't scare any of us. Oh my God, we're going to lose Cliqly. It would suck. We've worked hard. We've put our heart and soul into this thing. But the last thing in the world I give a shit about is losing this if someone like you is going to hold that over my head. Not going to happen. So that's what I got today. Brutal update. I'm sorry for the negativity in terms of, what the reality is. I should say the reality, not the negativity. But it's got to be said, man. It's got to be put out there. So that's that. Have a good one. Well, hopefully the revenue looks like it's going up. Hopefully it continues to go up. And the one last thing is the $300, man. When I joined, you never said 3 years from now we're going to cut off your unlimited link, and then we're going to charge you $300 a month for it. And that's just robbery, man. It's criminal. Get rid of the damn $300 payment. If you want to charge people that are coming in new and they know up front they got to pay that, it's fine. But I didn't know that. When I gave you $1,500 on that first day, when you got me all hyped up about this thing, you did not say in 3 years from now, well, we really didn't mean it was going to be forever. Get rid of that damn $300 payment. It's just highway robbery. It's criminal. All right. We'll see you next week. Hopefully it'll be a much more upbeat.